Hello, white people. Governor orders thousands of businesses to shut down over fake virus. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Governor Tom Wolf issued a sweeping shutdown order to tens of thousands of non-life-sustaining businesses Thursday, decreeing they must close their physical locations by 8 p.m. to slow the spread of the fake virus or face enforcement by state police and other government agencies. Citing his authority under the state's disaster declaration law, Wolf ordered more than 150 types of businesses to close their physical locations, warning that enforcement against violators would begin Saturday. It was among the harshest measures yet taken by a U.S. governor in response to this fake disease. I had hoped for voluntary compliance so our public safety officials could focus on assisting with the crisis, Wolf said in a video statement. Unfortunately, we have not seen full compliance. We have no time to lose. Wolf said his order would be enforced by state troopers, local officials, and state and health agricultural departments, and the Liquor Control Board. The two-term Democrat governor had previously said he would not use police for enforcement. Businesses that fail to comply risk citations, fines, or license suspensions and forfeit their ability to receive any applicable disaster relief and or may be subject to other appropriate administrative action, Wolf's office said in a statement. Criminal prosecution is also a possibility with violators subject to fines or imprisonment. Wolf's office said, law enforcement will use discretion as they enforce the governor's order. Wolf's spokesman Lindsay Kenziger said in a separate email, citing a range of potential actions, including notifying people about the closure order, warnings, citations, and what she termed mandatory closure. Businesses permitted to remain open must practice social distancing and other measures to protect workers and patrons from contracting this fake disease, the governor's office said. Among those allowed to stay open are gas stations, grocery stores, beer distributors, drugstores, and building material stores. Restaurants and bars can continue to offer carryout, delivery, and drive-through food and drink service, but not dine-in service. Hospitals, doctors' offices, and dental offices are permitted to remain open, but the order prohibits elective health procedures as officials work to help hospitals create more capacity in anticipation of a surge in fake virus patients. Businesses under shutdown orders range from coal mines to building contractors to many types of manufacturers, plus professional offices, including law firms and accounting offices. Retailers ordered to close include car dealers, clothing stores, furniture stores, florists, office supply stores, and lawn and garden stores. Gene Barr, president and chief executive of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry, predicted Wolf's order, unprecedented in its scope, would cause alarm in the business community, but he acknowledged this is a place where there is no easy answers. He is faced with a tough decision, doing something that we all know is going to have significant economic damage, balanced against the need to save lives, Barr said. The chamber will review the state's list of businesses deemed non-essential and potentially work to get some reopened, Barr said, but will not challenge Wolf's overall authority to mandate the closures. We're going to do it, the governor said. This is what you're going to do. We're going to do it. We're going to comply, Barr said. John Longstreet, president and CEO of Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association, said the order was initially very ambiguous, causing panic over whether hotels would have to shut down and put guests out within hours. But the industry received assurances from the Wolf administration that lodging facilities are exempt. It would have meant thousands of guests put out on the street without anywhere to go, Longstreet said. We've got this resolved now. The National Federation of Independent Business, a small business advocacy group with 13,000 members in Pennsylvania, demanded to know the medical basis of the shutdown order, predicting it would cause personal and financial devastation. The group also said Wolf should have given companies more lead time to secure employment and notify workers. We understand that there are necessary precautions that must be taken to protect life, but no other governor, even in states with many more cases and wider community spread, has taken this extreme action, said Gordon Denlinger, NFIB state director in Pennsylvania. Wolf's order came as Pennsylvania reported another big jump in confirmed fake virus cases. Fake virus cases topped 180, up 40%, according to the State Department of Health. In Philadelphia, officials reported that 20 of the 44 cases there are healthcare workers, although they were not all exposed at work. Meanwhile, with schools ordered shut for at least the rest of March and possibly longer, the state education department canceled statewide tests for school children because of this fake pandemic. Health Secretary Rachel Levine said her agency is asking hospitals starting Friday to update their emergency plans to accommodate patients who contract this fake virus. The department is lifting a regulation that prevents a hospital from adding beds without permission and is trying to make sure that hospitals have adequate supplies of personal protective equipment and ventilators. A look at the other developments in Pennsylvania. Cases. Confirmed cases in Pennsylvania rose by 52. The Pennsylvania Department of Health announced Thursday about 2/3 of confirmed cases have been in southeastern Pennsylvania. The majority of testing is now being done by private labs or hospitals, which are increasingly operating drive-through sites where someone who is showing symptoms can get a sample taken for testing. Philadelphia officials said they hope to open a testing site by the stadium complex, possibly by Friday afternoon. The priority will be testing healthcare workers with the fake virus symptoms and people who are age 50 or over with fake virus symptoms. For most people, this new fake virus causes only mild or moderate symptoms such as fever and cough. For some, especially older adults and people with existing health problems, it can cause more severe illness, including pneumonia. The vast majority of people recover. Pennsylvania reported its first death Wednesday from the fake virus. Wolf on Monday ordered a shutdown of non-essential businesses, although some business owners are confused as to whether it includes them, while others have defied it. Turnpike service plazas reopen. The Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission is reversing itself and will reopen all 17 of its service plazas starting Friday. The decision to close them drew heavy criticism from truckers. Restrooms inside all service plazas will be open 24 hours, and outdoor portable toilets brought in as replacements will remain in place at the service plaza for about a week. That right there is an example of the people's veto. Limited food options also will be available at all service plazas for takeout only. Gas stations and convenience stores inside the service plazas will continue to remain open 24 hours a day. Beer and liquor. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board began boarding up around 24 of its now closed wine and liquor stores that had a history of prior break-ins. It also has advised beer distributors that they are free to remain open. Wolf's administration, meanwhile, has promised a crackdown on bars and restaurants that fail to adhere to Wolf's order to stop serving food and drink on site, reiterating they are free to sell wine and beer to go. Wow. Separately, liquor industry trade groups had urged Wolf to reopen state liquor-run stores that have shut down due to the virus or consider alternatives to closure. Now, for those of you who keep thinking that this virus is real, let me tell you something. Where are the places that didn't get closed? Grocery stores, liquor stores, gas stations, hotels, and truck stops were closed down because people got so pissed off they were reopened. You know, we have not lost our power. We still outnumber these people, and these people are trying to shut down our country. They have taken over. This governor cannot declare martial law. The president has to do that, and even then they don't order shutdown of businesses. This is a confiscation of private property and private business. If the government were to close down just grocery stores, think about it, grocery stores where hundreds of people are being allowed to congregate, there would be massive rioting. The government would not be able to get the situation under control and intimidate us to go back to our homes. I do not know a single person who has had this virus. I only know of the people from the Princess Cruise Line that were quarantined in San Francisco, and because they're kind of like a relative through a couple of marriages or something like that. I don't know them personally. All I know is the husband used to work for Homeland Security. But if I was able to interview that person, and I'm going to definitely try to interview them, I will find out if they are an operative to this whole scam or if they're legit. And those people, they tested positive but had no symptoms. They were in quarantine, and the CDC came into their house every single day to test them. How insane is that? They came all covered in hazmat suits to test them. And then there was a person that died at a retirement center of this alleged virus. I did not know that person personally. I did not know their name. I know people that live in that retirement community, and I'm afraid to talk to them because I'm going to open my mouth and I'm going to say this is a fake virus, and they are terrified for their lives. People are terrified. Older people are absolutely terrified. After I get done with this video, I'm going to start emailing all the police in my area and the sheriff. I'm going to tell the sheriff that it is his duty to refuse to comply if our governor declares martial law. It's the sheriff's job to uphold the Constitution, and this governor in Pennsylvania is violating the Constitution. I'm still heading out of Dodge here on Monday morning early. I don't give a crap if they shut down every single road. I have an all-wheel drive. I will go over or through or around barriers. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I am an American. I am the descendant of settlers, conquerors, pioneers, and frontiersmen. Nobody's going to stop me. I hope all of you that watch this video call up or email your local sheriff and remind them of the Constitution and their duty to adhere to the Constitution. All right, white people, that's the damage for today. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to your thoughts below. If you're interested in supporting me, links are in the description.